Welcome back to Daily Glow. Today we have another future spouse reading for you, and in honor of Mercury retrograde, we will be revisiting one of our favorite topics, which is what is your first impression of your future spouse and what is their first impression of you? And you can take this as it resonates. So it could be the first time you meet them or the next time you meet them. Okay, and we will see what comes through. I have 3 piles for you to choose from today. We have the Good Luck card with the black cat wearing a crown, and the Sardonyx crystal heart. Pile 2, we have the Dreams card with the moon. It shows a full moon, and then there's also a crescent moon in the picture. And the Aragonite, pink Aragonite heart. Okay. And pile 3, your card is Blessings with the full moon. And it looks like she's holding a star, maybe, or something. And your crystal is the Ocean Jasper. That's a green Ocean Jasper, sort of green-gray. Okay. So go ahead and pick your pile. You may find that you have messages in more than one pile, so whatever resonates, whatever method you have of picking your piles. You can also share with us in the comments what your method of picking your pile is, and I will see you when you're reading, okay? You will notice I do not edit my readings, so I just film the whole thing and post it as it is, so I'm just getting ready for pile 1. Pile 1, welcome to your reading if you chose the Good Luck card with the black cat wearing a crown and the Aragonite crystal. Sorry, why did I say that? Sardonyx. Aragonite is pile 2. The Sardonyx crystal. Just a moment. Sardonyx. This is interesting. It looks like Sardonyx is associated as a birthstone of August. So August could be somebody's birth month, or that might be relevant to someone. It is said to bring out one's inner strength and to help you to move, confirmation, to move towards accomplishing your dreams and goals. That anything is possible in life as long as you put your energy and focus towards it. Okay, beautiful. So that's Sardonyx. Pile 1. Okay. This is so fun. So we've done this reading before, and you can go find it if you want to. I don't know if we're going to get the same energies or different stories. Let's see what comes through. This time I will be using the Tarot of the Woodland Wardens. This is one of my newest tarot decks that I'm really loving. And then we'll also use the accompanying oracle cards and some other oracle cards. Pile 1. Okay, I'm going to tap into both divine feminine, divine masculine energies, although it doesn't have to be gendered, so please take it as it resonates. And I will probably say you and them, but again, it could be flipped, so take it as it resonates. I'm going to be picking up on the energies of 2 people basically, and put yourself where it makes sense, okay? For pile 1, what are their first impressions? Okay. King of Arrows, the Hermit. Hmm. Okay, you see your future spouse the next time you meet them, the first time you meet them, you think of them as very intelligent and wise, but also very closed off. very reserved, and probably someone who's been through a lot. Yes, confirmation. Somebody who's been going through a lot, or they've been through a very stressful situation, and it brought them to a lot of truth. And you also see them as someone who is a leader, probably pretty mature, and people look up to this person. You see this person as somebody who's very stable, stubborn, and not easily moved. Again, you can flip the story if it makes more sense the other way, but I'm seeing you are probably in the feminine and this person is probably in the masculine. Again, whatever makes sense for you, but this is what I'm seeing. You see this person as, oh my God, I heard stalwart. You see them as very like strong, but not easily moved, and either going through something very difficult, like a very stressful situation, or they have. This person actually may stress you out, or you may be stressed out because, let me get some more. Is this person, yeah, oh, that's so weird. Huh. Um, no, this person doesn't stress you out. You two may You two may meet in a capacity of a crisis or problem solving something. And you two meet in a more intellectual capacity, and you see each other as very intelligent, but also more, I don't want to say cold, but you're not really seeing like a warm side of each other. At least that's not what I'm getting yet. Okay. Oh my goodness. Okay, there's a lot of energy though. Uh, yes, you see this person as very stable and probably stubborn. Oh my gosh, but you start to feel like this is somebody that you could love. Like this is the card of new love. So perhaps not that you feel like you love them because you've just met them, unless this is the next time you're meeting them. If that's the case and you've met this person before, then you start to fall in love with them. But it's either developed very slowly or will develop very slowly. But it's not so much about the speed. It's about two people who are extremely proper, is the word that's being given to me. Like both of you are very intelligent, intellectual, like you're problem solving something, and you're doing everything in the best way possible. That's what I'm getting. But you also see each other that way. You see them as very responsible, but maybe stubborn and slow to change. And by the way, we have a lot of different signs here, but the ones that are standing out to me are Taurus and Virgo and Pisces. Okay, that's funny. Pisces just came out. You guys may celebrate some sort of victory together. Yeah, I think that you are meeting in a capacity of problem solving something. I would almost say working on something, but if it's work, it's like an intellectual work. And then you are victorious. But you are seeing this person as somebody who could be a match for you. And actually, you two are seeing each other that way. But you also may feel that there is either competition for this person or that you would have to fight to be with this person. And it's interesting because you might feel like you two are together before you're actually together. Because I don't know. Um, yeah, it's like you two just vibe that way. Like you just, I don't know. It's like you feel like you've known this person for a long time, even if you haven't. Like if you two are trying to problem solve something, or I don't know what this is, but you're like, there's some sort of crisis or stressful situation, and you two are kind of working on that, and you work together very easily. Okay, for somebody who's watching this, it is a work situation and you are working on something together. Uh, Confirmation, that's not for everybody. For some of you, you're friends. That's what it is. Okay. So for some of you, this is somebody who you meet through work or in some sort of capacity with your work or their work. But for some of you, this is someone in your friend circle. So take it as it resonates. If this is somebody If this is somebody who you meet through work, then you become friends. If this is somebody who you meet through your friends, then you are working on something together. It could be a community project. It could even be like if you're helping your friend move and then somebody else is also helping your friend move and you meet them that way. That could be a scenario for somebody. So you become friends with this person or you become better friends with this person. And literally you two start falling in love. So for some of you, you may have had some interaction with this person before because I don't really think that people fall in love like the first time they meet each other. Um, but if it's the first time that you meet each other, then it's like the first seed will be planted of what will become love. Let's put it that way. Yeah, you see this person as very intelligent, but you're also being secretive and that's funny. Um, you're going to hide how much you like this person because you like them a lot. Like you think that they are like exactly what you would want. Like this person is like, I heard better than I could have wished for. Yeah, but you're keeping that to yourself. But you also see them as very intelligent. And actually, this scenario has come in the past, but some of you may meet in the capacity of a class or an educational situation. Okay, I'd like to get though, we got a little bit of how they see you because some of those energies were mirrored, but I really want to see how do they see you. Thank That's funny. That is absolutely mirrored. Yeah, you two may be working on something material. So, I also see like a community fundraiser for somebody, or yeah, somebody's helping their friend move, or you might both be helping a mutual friend with something. You're working on something mutually, which is not yours and it's not theirs. So it's either a mutual friend or a community thing or something. You guys are working on something together. For some of you, it could be community theater or something like that. Okay. There's different scenarios for different people who are watching, but this is interesting because you see them as very responsible, stable, grounded, mature, established, but stubborn. They see you the same way. Same. They see you the same way. And that happened when I was pulling for how you see them. The cards popped out with a lot of energy like that. So yes, it's like you're very excited about each other. They're very excited about you too. They see you as somebody who is very fair and um that has a very balanced, moderate, reasonable perspective on things, but is also very concerned with what is right and fair and correct. They see you as having a lot of integrity. Um, okay, this is not for everybody, but for some of you, they see that um th this is official. This is something okay, I'm getting a couple of things. For some of you, if you have been in school, you got a certificate or you had oh gosh. Okay, Three of Pentacles is something official. It's like an official certification or something is stamped, signed off on, some like literal like paperwork, some official paperwork or documentation is completed. So for some of you, actually, that's like a visa, okay? If you, this could be somebody, oh my gosh. Okay, for some of you, this is someone you've known for a long time, but you live in different countries. And so you've either never met this person in person or you've rarely met. And now something is official. For some of you, this is a divorce that's now official, like the divorce is complete, signed off on. For some of you, it's law school. Somebody has graduated law school or passed the bar. There could be other scenarios, but they see you as like having achieved a level of something being officialized or certified or signed off on. And they also see you as what I said before, very reasonable, concerned with doing things the correct way, like somebody who acts with integrity, somebody who is concerned about how their actions may impact others and the welfare of others, but having like not codependent, like in a healthy, reasonable, moderate way. Okay. Yeah, and you are working together on something. It may not be a big thing, it could be a little thing. Oh, you may meet while helping to plan a friend's wedding. Yeah, you're working on something, some project together. Once again, confirmation, you're working on some project together. And again, with the balanced, they see you as somebody who's very generous and giving, and somebody who's not afraid to roll up their sleeves and get the work done, even tasks that other people might see as menial, like you're not afraid to show up and start washing dishes or sweeping the floor or literally anything that needs to be done, but you're also not a doormat. Like it's very balanced. Like you have a very balanced, healthy, wholesome energy, very grounded. So that's how they see you. They also may notice that you like them as much as they like you. So they may be feeling out whether their interest in you is reciprocated, and they see that it is. Hmm. Clarify? They see you as someone who is very either family oriented or community focused. Yeah, okay. And again, they see you, okay, they see you as so before we had King of Swords and Queen of Swords, that's a match. So now we have King of Pentacles and Queen of Pentacles, that's a match. So they see you as matching. Like they see you as somebody who is their equal and who would um be very compatible with them. And there's a focus on, I think this is interesting. I don't know how this comes through or in what way this is coming through, but you're somebody who really cares about animals and children specifically. And actually, there could be something that you guys are working on together that has something to do with animals and children. So you actually, the project that you may be working on may be something to do with the welfare of animals or the welfare of children. But whether that's not for everybody. They see that you're somebody who really cares about other people and it makes them feel that you're very sweet. They see you as very sweet and probably having probably more traditional values. They see that you would be somebody, okay, either they may see you in, they may actually witness you in interactions with your family and see that you're literally good with children or that you're very family oriented, but that's not for everybody. Sorry. Or they think that you're somebody who would make a good parent or somebody who would be good to have a family with. Definitely they see that you are somebody who they could add to their family, like somebody who would fit in with their family. But hmm, but they feel conflicted about this because they would have to let something go if they move in that direction. Like if they decided to take this to like a personal level, they would have to let go of something. Also, possibly if you've had interactions with this person in the past, they've tried to let this go in the past and they came back because they can't let it go, basically. But um there's like some sort of inner conflict because they can't have everything. One way or another, they would have to move away from something, and for some of them, they would have to literally move. But something would have to change and something would have to be left behind. They also see you as someone who has moved on from things in your life and that you are somebody who is thriving regardless of what you've had to leave behind. They feel like it's not time. Like yeah. And they also feel like you might be soulmates, like it might be destined, but they're not sure yet. And they're thinking about whether they want to choose you, whether they want to, yeah, they're thinking that you might be their soulmate, that it might be destined, but they're not sure yet, and they feel it's not time to move towards this. This is the first time you meet, or the next time you meet for some of you. Okay, but what is their impression of you though? Like, how do they see you? I cannot emphasize enough that they see you as someone who is very trustworthy, very grounded. I heard good head on their shoulders, very stable, reliable, organized. If you're a woman, they see you in a very like earth goddess, domestic goddess energy. I have this odd vision, they're showing me someone runs like they're watching you and someone it's a child runs to you. It's not your child, but a child runs to you and you just quickly throw open your arms so that you can receive the child. It's not your child, but okay, they're watching you. I don't know if this exact scenario will happen or if it's an illustration, I don't know, but they're showing me this person is watching you and some child, maybe it's a relative or maybe it's a child in the community, like runs up to you suddenly and you like open your arms and you like get down, like uh you drop down into almost a squat or kneeling position and grab the kid who's running to you as a little kid. And I don't know, they're showing me this because it's like they see that people trust you and that people run to you for things and that you're always open and ready to receive them and you're like joyful, like you are very happy to help this kid with whatever they want. They have come to you for a hug, but it's not just that. They have something else that they want or need, and it's like you're just ready to respond. And it's like they see that people in your family or community rely on you and come to you when they need things. Um, for someone, what I'm seeing, this scenario happens at a school. So you may be at a community event that is happening at a school. That may be why they see you with children. You may be a teacher. Take it as it resonates. But they see that people love you and trust you, and they see you as somebody who is very, it's interesting. They see you as warmer than you saw them. When you saw them, I think, okay, I think at first, when you first meet each other, they see you as someone who's intelligent, but probably a little bit, it wasn't, again, not cold, but like it was cooler. And like now, at this point, it's like now they see a side of you that is a little bit warmer. Hmm. I'm sorry, that took me a while to explain what I was seeing. And yeah, and they are starting to fall in love with you. Or seeing that this is okay, so they eventually decide, and I don't know if this is this same meeting or maybe they think about this later on. Maybe they leave and they're thinking it over in their head and they decide that this could be their next relationship, that they may want to actually pursue this. They may realize that they're starting to develop feelings for you or that they could. They think about it and they think yes. Right, like they're thinking about it and they think yes. When they think about, do I really, like, is this really it? Like, should I really see if this is something? And they say to themselves, yes. Yeah, they also see you as someone who's just overflowing with love, but maybe not in an effusive way. Like you're not someone who is overly expressive. You're a little reserved, maybe, or you might come across as a little bit more reserved at first, maybe, but they see that you have very like warm and healthy relationships with people around you and that people rely on you. And they relate to that because I think people rely on them too. That's hilarious. What? Okay, for this is I don't know if this is for everybody, but for some of you, they already think that they might want to marry you. They already are having that thought, but they're totally hiding it. And that's funny because that's mirrored energy. We saw that in the first pile. They're actually really, really deeply interested in you, but they're hiding it. And it's because they think, even though they like you so much, okay, so they feel like you might be the one, but they're still not sure if the timing and circumstances will work out. Even though they think that hypothetically you two would be perfect together, and hypothetically you're the sort of person that they would want to marry and even have children with potentially, and just like be with in every sense, right? But for some reason, it's not easy. So they hesitate, and also they keep their feelings to themselves. They hide their feelings. That might be why you see them as kind of cold, like not cold, but very reserved and um very chill. Anything else here? Moment, I'm gonna clear this, grab some of my coffee, and I'm gonna get a different deck. Sorry. Hmm. Some of you might actually be meeting in the course of something legal or political. Again, that's not for everybody. That has come through before, though, too. All right. Hmm. Oh, one. Let's flip back to you. What do you think of your future spouse the first time you meet them? Reunion, soul ties. Some of you, you've met them before. Some of you, you've met them before in a previous life, if you resonate with that. Some of them, yeah, I said you had that feeling that you've known them for a long time. So for some of you, you will feel that you've reunited with a twin soul or soulmate. But for some of you, you actually met them before. And you'll feel that you want to meet them again. You're actually thinking about how will I be able to see them again? Yeah, you're actually afraid that you won't see them again. So the first time that you meet them might be in autumn, or it might be in September, October, November, or December. Hmm. Or for some of you, you may feel, oh, I'm not going to see this person again until autumn. So take it as it resonates. This is a timeless reading. For some of you, you may feel worried that you're not going to see them again for a long time. Yeah, but for some of you, you feel that this is a twin soul, twin flame, and this may actually activate you. Yeah, when you first meet this person, it activates light codes in you and vice versa. This person may trigger your ego, and you actually may have to apologize later. That's so interesting. You might actually clash with this person. That's not for everybody because some of you, you won't actually clash with this person. Like you won't actually show it. They just sort of trigger you a little bit. You may have fears that you're not good enough for this person, or you have fears that you don't have what it takes to be in a relationship. Some of you, or that you don't have what it takes to be in this relationship. But yeah, I think some of you might be triggered by how um it's hard to put into words. You might be triggered by it's strange. I don't know how to explain it. Sometimes in the past, I've tried to explain this energy by saying that it seems like they're out of your league, and that isn't quite it. Not literally. It's more like the energy that exists between the two of you is so intense that it would require you to meet this person at a much higher level than you've ever done in a relationship before. So also when I was saying you're afraid of commitment, maybe like that wasn't quite it either. So here's what it is more. Yes, this is what I'm getting. You've had relationships before or connections, maybe not full, maybe you haven't had full relationships, but you've had either relationships or connections with people in the past that were more karmic. And so you can operate out of more of an ego level with this people, like these people, they've made you feel good at some point about yourself on an ego level. And you didn't really have to open up to these people very deeply, and it didn't require very much of you to be with these people. And it's not about like when we're getting to this spiritual um this more spiritual way of thinking about it and talking about it is not really like, oh, they're out of your league. Like there's no leagues. There's no leagues in spirituality. It's just like some people, you get along with them very easily, but it's because there's not a lot there. Like it doesn't require much of you. It doesn't make you look at yourself. It doesn't make you think about what you really want in your life or who you really are. Like it's just easy. It's not challenging in any way. And that doesn't mean that a challenging relationship is better. I think most challenging relationships are bad, just to be completely honest. Most challenging relationships are challenging because they're bad and you should leave them. But occasionally, or perhaps once in a lifetime, you may meet somebody who challenges you on an ego level, but it actually calls you to be a better version of yourself and reminds you of who you really are and why you are here. That is what is happening here. And the result of it is that it brings you more fully into the present. You're already a grounded person. You two both see each other that way, that you're a very grounded person. But you also both came through in the earth signs and in the air signs energy. That doesn't mean that you're an earth sign or an air sign or vice versa. But you're coming through in a more intellectual and material energy. And this powerful confirmation, geez. Okay. Okay. This is interesting because this is calling you to get back more into your heart and into your spirituality. And this is wild. It almost makes you feel like I got almost feeling sick. Like it almost makes you feel sick. And that sounds bad. It's not bad. It's not bad. It's like it's almost like yeah, it just reminds you of something that it's like it reminds you of something that you wanted to be doing and meant to be doing all along. Yeah. Yeah, it cuts through the confusion and the illusions. And you may have been avoiding something or ignoring something, and when you connect with the energy of this person, you can't ignore things that you were ignoring anymore. So this person really comes into your life with a very unexpected energy that invites you to a much broader sense of freedom in your life and connecting with more and more of what your soul really intended to do and who your soul really wanted to be. Mm. This is not for everybody, so please don't freak out and tell me in the comments, okay, this is not for everybody, but for somebody who's watching this is in a gender sense. Okay, this is only for maybe one or two or three. This is not for most of you, so please just let me have this moment with this one viewer. For somebody, this is a gender thing, and when you connect with this person, you realize that you're not living in the gender that you want to live in, actually, and that's just for somebody, okay? One moment. Okay. I just received really good news. So, hmm. Take everything as an omen when it's during a reading. We've opened a space to receive messages, and some of those messages come through things other than the cards. And so, um, you will receive really good news. And also, going back to your significator card, I definitely am seeing how you and possibly both of you um, are coming through in this black cat energy, which is, oh, let's see. Cats are warm, but on their own timeline, right? And they're very independent and very detached and very sovereign. Like cats are very much the king or queen of themselves. And That's so funny. It's like they barely care what you're doing. And different cats are different. Some cats are more attached than others, but cats, it feels like they barely care what you're doing. So you two are coming at each other initially with a very detached, cool kind of energy. But notice how the cat is looking back over her shoulder and she looks very alert, or he or she. And so it's sort of like that may be how you've been moving in your life, very sort of like cool and detached in general. But this person really gets your attention and vice versa. It's like you stop, you're on alert, and you have to look back at this person. Yeah, this person really gets your attention. And the card is called Good Luck, and this person really is um an incredible good luck, but it's obviously it's not really, it's not really luck, but you could say it's like good luck or very fortunate. Or you feel that it's very fortunate that you met this person. Yeah, but when you first meet each other, there's so much facade. You both are hiding your feelings, and it will take a lot of courage for you to act and actually show your feelings towards each other and actually take any action towards this. But when you do, confirmation, you will act in a very balanced and measured way because that's how you both are. Yeah, and it will plant the seed of something. Yes, seeds and spark. For some of you, it's a renewal, but not for most of you. For most of you, this is a new person and it plants the seed of something. We said that before. It's like the the spark and the seed of like the beginnings of falling in love have already happened here, even though you are hiding your feelings. This person really gets your attention. It's like, whoa, who's that? Yeah, but then you will retreat, and there is probably distance between the two of you, or, but you don't want there to be. That's the problem, is if you decide to do something about this, you two live at some distance from each other. I don't know how much, but it's enough for it to be an issue. Or perhaps somebody travels a lot for their work. I'm seeing that. So that could be for somebody. But there's a lot of distance between the two of you, and you don't want there to be. You either don't want there to be, or you don't want to deal with this. Okay, and we need to switch deck. Wait, no. Okay, that's more how you see them. So now let's see, how do they see you? They can't keep their eyes off of you because I keep being drawn back to the cat with its gaze. They feel that you two have already formed a strong, I'm not going to say a strong bond, but a strong seed of what could be a strong bond. Like you two have a strong connection, even right at the beginning, and that it could really be something. That's what I'm hearing. Wow, this could really be something. This really could be something. But there's somebody, and it's not a person, there are people outside of you. There are people everywhere. The first time that you meet, you're surrounded by people. You have no time alone. There's no privacy. There's no time to talk to each other really without people watching or listening. There's nothing that can be done. And then somebody's leaving. So this is how they see you. They feel like they also feel that they can't escape the situation that you guys are in. Like they can't, like there's nothing that they can do about it, and they're not going to be there for very long in that whatever it is, whatever the situation is, and then they're leaving. They want to tell you the truth. They want to figure out how to tell you the truth, and they will in the future, but not this time. Not the next time or first time that you meet them. They feel a strong physical attraction to you, but also a strong spiritual attraction to you. It's like you set their soul on fire. That's what I heard. Wow. And okay, and emotional, like they feel a strong emotional connection with you too. And then when they go home, they dream about you that night, or they can't stop thinking about you. Oh, they can't stop thinking about you and they think about you all night, and they actually may have trouble sleeping. Wow. Okay, somebody may be a Leo, Aries, Sagittarius, Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio. Also, somebody may be a Gemini. Those could be placements that you have. So Leo, Aries, Sagittarius, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, or Gemini. Um, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Oh my God, then they start watching you. They're watching you that day, and then when they go home, they probably will see if there's anything about you on social media or anything like that. Yeah, they actually fantasize about you. And this is interesting because that came through for how you see them, that you were hiding, that they're like your um I almost wanted to say daydream, but then I heard better than I could have wished for, or more than I could have wished for, right? This is how they see you too. Like you would fulfill every wish that they have, like you. That's so funny. I heard you check off the list. Like, okay, like you check every box. They think if they're masculine and you're feminine, they think you're like the perfect woman or their perfect woman. But they're now at a distance, and they either regret um or resent the fact that they had to hide how they felt about you so that you don't know. They're not sure if they handled this correctly because they're afraid that they acted too cold towards you. They're like really overthinking everything once they get home. Ooh, yeah, it's kind of stressing them out actually. They really want to think about how they can actually build something solid and real with you, but they don't know how they would see you again or how they would see you alone. Like, how do they get you alone? For some of them, they don't know if they'll see you again. So they might be going online to see if they can connect with you online. Or if you have mutual friends, they might like try to, follow you on Instagram or something like that. These two cards came out for you too. So they're debating taking a leap of faith. But it's that same situation where it would require them connecting with a higher version of themselves. That's interesting. That doesn't scare them as much as it scares you. They their energy is more that they're concerned that they fumbled it or that they should have tried to show more interest in you when they first met you. That's so funny. Okay, so when you felt this energy that it was calling you to like a higher version of yourself, or that you would have to operate at a different level if you were going to let this person in your life, and for you, that kind of scares you. And I think it's because I don't want to call you out, I'm sorry, but you may have actually like dated or flirted with or been in relationships with people who you felt were very easy for you to handle, very easy for you to manage, even I heard. Like it didn't ask much of you, it didn't require much of you. And this person would require a lot more presence from you, like a lot more of yourself that you would have to bring to the table, and that makes you feel uncomfortable. Maybe this person sees you much more. Maybe you feel like this person would see you much more deeply than other people see you. Like this person recognizes you at a soul level, and that makes you feel very uncomfortable because you're not used to being seen that way. And you don't necessarily know how to deal with that. And that's kind of a hang up for you, but it's not a hang up for them because even though they're feeling the same thing in the sense that it would require them to operate at a higher level or be, I heard I heard you would have to be like, this is them. I heard them think you'd have to be a new version of yourself, or you would have to be like a next level version of yourself or something. Okay, there that doesn't bother them. They're not concerned about that. They're like, okay, let's go. But they have other different concerns. They're concerned that you guys are either you can't see that, either it's very difficult for you two to see each other again, or if you can, there's always people around. So, for instance, this isn't for everybody, but perhaps for some of you, if you're a school teacher, this could be like the parent of one of your students. And it's like, how do they get you alone? Like, there's always people around, there's always people watching. They can't talk to you like that in front of the kids. It's not appropriate. So, like, what are they going to do? That's what they're going over in their head. They don't care that it calls them to a higher version of themselves. They're like, yeah, no, let's go. But how can they transition the connection to what they want it to be? That's their concern. Okay. For some of you, or for some of them, yeah, for some of you, there's a timing element, and they may feel that they have to wait until spring, or they may feel that it will take a long time, or they may not see you again for many months or something like that, depending on the situation. All right, just a minute. Um, what? I had a list. What cards do I want to use next? Oh, oh, goody. Okay, I haven't used these in a while. I'm excited. Okay. Yeah, this is how you feel about them. You feel like you feel very uncomfortable with how much they know about you. It could just be that you feel like like when they look at you, you feel like they can see into your soul, and that feels really uncomfortable. But also it could be that you feel like they know something about you, like they interesting. You may feel like I don't know. Um, for some of you, you feel that they have been spying on you or they have been stalking your socials or whatever, and you feel uncomfortable with how much they remember about you or how much they know about you, or somehow you're concerned about that. I don't know. But this is like different because you feel like people don't usually notice you. Yeah, you don't know how to deal with this energy. You don't know how to deal with this kind of dynamic that you two have. I think you're used to not being very noticed. I even heard that you can okay, you feel like you can get away with a lot without really being noticed. You're used to being able to operate with some level of invisibility and anonymity, and then this person looks at you and it's like almost like you've been invisible. This is so weird. It's almost like you feel like you've been invisible and then suddenly somebody sees you and you're like, wait a minute, you can see me? I didn't think anybody would see that. I didn't think anybody would see me. Hmm. I don't know what to do. I'm planning on calling you soon. Yeah, you might be trying to figure out how you can see them again. I'm wondering if you'll see them again and thinking about what you would say to them if you do. Okay, and then how do they see, what are they thinking about you? I'm afraid to get close to people. Hmm. Oh, that's what they think of you. They're right. They are noticing that you are afraid to get close to people. I am who I am. I want to see you so bad. I've been up all night thinking about you. I literally said that. Oh my gosh. Yeah. They're wondering how they can get close to you because they see that you're very stubborn and that you're afraid to get close to people and you're very stubborn, but they really, really want to see you. They really want to see you in a different capacity than the first time that they met you. And they're like basically up all night thinking about it or tossing and turning, trying to figure out what they're going to do and then trying to distract themselves from their feelings. Wow. Okay. Hmm. Let's do our Woodland Wardens Oracle. This is your first impressions of them. That's a lot. Okay. Yeah, they really get your attention. You notice that this person is someone who's very protective, but you don't trust them. You notice that they're a good communicator, and that actually might be why you don't trust them because you think this person is really slick. I heard like a politician. Like you're like, oh, okay, this person's really articulate. I don't trust them. Like I automatically don't trust people who are articulate. That's harsh, you guys. But then, oh my God, I thought they were the one dreaming of you, and they are, but you actually might have a dream about this person, or you might realize that you had a dream about this person before you met them, and then you meet them, and okay, we did see that this person is almost like I saw almost like a daydream or more than what I could have wished for, right? You might actually notice that this person matches someone you've dreamed about, but you didn't know who it was, or you didn't think it was a real person, and then you met them and you're like, oh shoot, like they're real. Uh-oh. Yeah, if you were to be with this person, you realize that you would have to face some things within yourself that you've been trying to ignore. You would have to heal your wounds. You would have to be operating at a more healed version of yourself, which is challenging. This person is very intelligent, and yes, you guys were definitely connecting originally with a very intellectual kind of energy. And you see this person as a leader or in a leadership capacity. Safety. Okay, so you can't, even though you don't want to trust this person, and I think that you might be like a distrustful sort of person or just very reserved, skeptical sort of person, like generally speaking. Ultimately, you have to come to the conclusion that this is a safe person and that you have no reason to distrust this person and that you're really probably just projecting your own past issues and baggage and stuff. Yeah, so that's how you see them. Those are your first impressions. Let's get their first impressions of you. Pile one's future spouse's first impression of them. I heard I'm not sure. I heard I'll be misunderstood. Okay. They see you as very innocent, pure, having a very pure and kind, true heart. And then we have the good luck here, and this is the luck card. So they think that it's incredible good luck that they happened to meet you. They may also see you as someone who's lucky, but overall, I feel like they didn't want to use a lot of these cards. So however they see you is not necessarily encapsulated in whatever cards are here, but they see you as someone who is very pure-hearted, innocent. They may even view you as being almost holy, which is weird, but that's what I'm feeling or sensing. And they feel very lucky. Like it feels like I heard it can't mean nothing. Like it can't mean nothing. Like this has to mean something. It must mean something that I met this person. Like this can't be nothing. Huh. Uh, okay. Okay. And then they're afraid of you getting away. They're also afraid that you're someone who will not commit. They don't necessarily see you as somebody who would want to commit or who would want to be in a relationship. But again, it's like you're looking back over your shoulder at them. Follow. Yeah. They notice that you are trying to avoid them, ignore them, resist their charms. That's funny. But they notice that you look back over your shoulder at them, as it were, like you can't ignore them. That's what I heard. You can't ignore them, even if you want to. And some of them, they actually follow you on social media. So if you meet through friends or something, this is only, I think, if you have mutual friends, they may look up your social media and then follow you. But it's like I heard follow the scent. Yeah, they're not gonna let you get away because they noticed that even though you're trying to ignore them or something like that, like they see the way that you look at them and they know that you like them. Yeah. But they feel blocked. Hmm. Why do they feel blocked? This is wild. Only take this if it resonates, but for those of you where they try to follow you on social media, you may block them, or you may not block them, but you may immediately like if it's Instagram, you might immediately make your account private so nobody can see it anymore or something like that. That's not for everybody though. That's just kind of a threat of energy. What is this? This is how they see you? Help. What are you trying to tell me? Oh, they're okay. Um, okay. For some of you, this person may, hmm, for some of you, this person may literally have more money than you do, and they're afraid that like that will affect how you see them. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not really sure why they think that you would think that, but they're afraid that you think that they can buy your love, that you're playing with them. They feel like they have to be careful because they want you to know that their intentions are genuine. They're not like in love with you yet, but they're like thinking about it, right? Okay, for some of you, it's maybe because you work together. Okay, so it's like they don't in any way want to endanger your career or your income. There's different scenarios coming through because I have a lot of people watching this, so there's different scenarios, but basically they're like thinking a lot about how they want to make sure that they come across correctly and that you're not getting the wrong impression because they see you as someone who is like probably already has trust issues like from the beginning, and they don't want you to think that they have a different intention than what they really have. So they're very cautious about how they would move towards this. Yeah, there's different scenarios. Some of them are afraid that you're going to think that they, yeah, I don't even want to go there, but like, yeah, they're thinking about how to come across in a way that is true to their heart so that you can see that that's where they're coming from, that their intentions are heart-centered. They also see you as someone who's very cautious and who's very focused on your career and your material situation. They also see you as someone who's very playful, but also who may read things that way. We often project like what we are. So if you're very sort of like lighthearted, playful kind of person, they're afraid that you would just think that that's all that they want. Or do you know those people where um you're like trying to talk to them about something serious and they keep like laughing and trying to take the conversation in a more lighthearted direction. Like that might be kind of how they see you, and they're trying to figure out how to get through to you, but it makes it more complicated because of the situation that you guys are in. They feel blocked. Anything else here? Yeah, also they're probably at a different a distance. Okay, they're probably at a distance, but because I said difference, the distance may be what is different between the two of you. There's some differences between the two of you that may make it feel like there's like not an emotional difference. I don't know. There's a distance between you two, whether a literal distance or like the distance is the difference between the two of you. I heard you maybe at different places in your lives. Eek, that's hmm. Okay. Hmm. That's not for everybody. For some of you, it's just they live at a distance. And they're trying to figure out how to convey themselves to you accurately when either they don't see you very often, or um they may feel like if okay, they saw you the first time, if they see you again, they may feel like that it's their last chance. Like they'll never see you again. Like they might never see you again. It's something like that. Yeah, and they want to show you that they have a pure heart. They feel that you do too. That's what we got, the card Purification from the Woodland Warden's Oracle. They feel that you have a pure heart, that you're um scared, that you hide it with sort of like an icy reserve, or like you're just I heard you pretend to be detached. Ooh. Ooh, see, that's what I'm talking about. They can see into your soul. That's so uncomfortable. You're like, nah, I am detached. They're like, nah, you just pretend to be detached. I see you. Okay. Yeah. They want to show you that they have the same pure heart that they know that you have. They're like, nah, I see you. And you can't ignore me. Oh, good luck, pile one. They're onto you. What did I want to close with? Oh, let's do this. This is one of my new decks, Daily Guidance from Your Angels. Okay, so let's see what we get for pile one. Heart chakra. Yes, you both have beautiful, pure hearts, and this is a heart-centered connection. So the question that you're being asked at this time is, are you ready for that? You say that's what you want and you think that's what you want, but are you really, really ready for a connection that is truly heart-based and heart-connected? Love is the heart of the matter. Your heart is the center within your physical being attuned most to love. It's safe for you to love and be loved with an open heart as we stand by with perfect protection and guidance. That's the message from your angels. This situation is safe for you. Anything else? Yes, okay. Release and surrender. We shower you with blessings of our radiant love. Open your arms and release the challenges that you've held tightly gripped within your hands. Open your hands, arms, and heart to our love and assistance. Wow, wedding. Yeah, this is your future spouse. Marriage is the union of two souls joined in love, mutual respect, and commitment. It signifies a desire to deepen love over time. Your wedding day is a testament to your well-founded faith in love's power. Continually breathe life into that faith and love, dearest one. And pile one, that is your beautiful reading for today. I hope you enjoyed that, and I hope that I get to read your energy in a future reading. So if you want to watch any more readings, I would invite you to do so. If you liked this video, it means so much to me if you like or hype and help me out that way. And I will see you guys again. Okay, bye. All right. And by the way, our significator cards are from the Spellcasting Oracle. But I don't edit the in-between portions of my readings, so I'm just going to go ahead and get right into pile 2. Pile 2, welcome to your reading. If you chose the Dreams card and the pink Aragonite crystal, the pink Aragonite crystal is associated with love, the heart chakra, I believe communication. Let me see if I get anything else. Patience, flexibility, tolerance. It helps us to calmly adjust as we accommodate new developments. It helps us to feel stable and steady regardless of what is happening around us. It is believed to radiate a loving and compassionate energy that soothes emotional wounds and dissolves stagnation, and it helps to guard your heart. It helps to heal and it helps if you've been sabotaging yourself and what's best for your own heart, and helps you to embody your divine feminine qualities or connect with divine feminine qualities. Okay. Beautiful. Welcome, pile 2, to your reading. Let's start with tarot. Pile 2. I think I scooted my whole spread towards me. Pile 2. How will you view your future spouse the first time you meet them? As a friend. The first time that you meet your future spouse, you'll see them as a friend, but you'll also be deeply attracted to them. You'll see them as a friend, but think that they're very sexy and that you have a lot of fun with them. You think of them as very fun. And then the way that you see them is going to totally change. And you become very, very attracted to them, physically attracted to them, and also deeply emotionally attracted to them. So your feelings will really, really quickly evolve for them. And it might be when you're getting to know them, it could be the first time that you meet them. So for some of you, you may meet through friends or be set up with this person through friends. And the first thing that you notice is that they're very beautiful and confident. They're like confident, beautiful, attractive person. They're very charming and um, you like the way that they treat you. They're also very fun. They're like just really fun to hang out with. You may go on a date together. So the first time you meet them, you may be on a date. Confirmation. Okay, confirmation. So for some of you, you've met this person um maybe through online dating or social media and app, or you've met them through friends, something like that. And the first time you meet them is your first date, and you find them to be very attractive. You like the way that they dressed. You love the way that they're very confident. They're very sort of like um they either take control of a situation, but not in a controlling way. They're just very, very comfortable with themselves, their environment, other people. They they know a lot, like they're very comfortable with, they're very knowledgeable about whatever you're doing or whatever environment you're in. They just come across as very confident and competent. However, over the course of hanging out with them or the date or whatever the situation is, you will come to see them completely differently, and your feelings about them or impression of them will deepen significantly. You will become very, very attracted to them. In fact, some of you may actually some of you may actually go all the way the first time that you meet your future spouse. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And if you do, it will be perfectly satisfying. Let's just say that everybody will get where they want to go. Mm-hmm. Oh gosh, I'm gonna fall on the floor. Just a minute. But it's not just physical though, even though that totally may happen for some of you. If that happens, it's a surprise. Like I don't think that you were thinking that that was going to happen. It's just that I think you would be very surprised by how deeply you actually connect with this person. Because when you first see them or meet them, or yeah, right at the beginning, you see them as a friend, and that totally changes, let me tell you. Yeah. You connect with them very on a very, very deep level emotionally. And that happens very quickly and like all at once, over the course of this time of meeting them. I think that you share very, very deep things with each other. And it's a very, I keep saying very, I'm sorry. Um, it's a deep spiritual and emotional connection that you have. Oh my gosh. And then, yes, the lust is like off the charts to the point that you feel this person is so tempting to you. It's not a bad connection and it's not like a dangerous connection at all. That's there's nothing that's basically negative about the connection or about them, but you probably will feel bad if you um if you act on your physical impulses. You probably will feel bad about that afterwards. You'll feel that you wish that you had taken it slower. Okay. But you may be surprised by how much you connect with this person. Yes, you're going to feel better about it if you can have some patience. And also, if you don't have some patience and you act impulsively, someone may get pregnant, and that's not a good idea. I'm sorry, I don't want to sound judgy. I'm just saying, like, you just met this person, like, slow down. This is a very, very intense energy. And that's exciting that you're going to meet somebody that you have such an intense connection with. But yeah, the tower, of course, the tower. Well, some of you are just going to go for it and get pregnant. So that's going to be some of you. But I think that you will feel pleased with your choices and you'll be happier with how things go if you keep some of your feelings to yourself and have some patience. This person, the feelings that you have for this person and them for you, vice versa, like it's going to hit you like lightning. And it would be good for you to take some time to process that and think about how you want to approach this. But some of you won't. You'll have a surprise pregnancy. And it's not that much of a surprise. It's like this is what happens when you conduct yourself in that way. Yes, you feel that this is somebody that you've dreamed about, or there's a lot here actually. Okay, so real quick, let me read off the signs that we have. We have fire sign energy in general, but more than that, we have Scorpio, Capricorn, Aquarius, double Aquarius, Cancer, and Pisces. Hmm. If you can try to keep your feelings to yourself a little bit and not don't give it all away the very first time that you are hanging out with them. I think that that will be, yeah. The thing is that this person is, you come to realize that this person is like everything that you want. And yeah. You find them to be very intelligent, but also very intuitive. So you're very taken with their mind. They may be very educated, but you love how knowledgeable they are. You feel like you could just talk to them for hours. You might do that. You might talk to them for hours. And also, it might be better if you do talk to them for hours and not anything else. Just saying. You might feel that this person is someone, this person is like your dream person. It's like someone that you had an intuition about, or somebody that you sensed coming before, like you sensed that that someone was coming into your life, right? You had an intuition, and then you're like, this person matches my intuition. Like this person is, yeah, I don't know. You have a deep intuitive sense about this person. Okay, we're gonna switch now. How do they see you? Their first impressions of you. Ooh, that was heavy. Okay, their first impressions of you. You're gonna like this person a lot, like so much. Oh my goodness. Oh, and they think that you're everything. Yeah, they feel like they are struck by Cupid's arrow the moment that they meet you. There's a song coming through, Beyond by John. Is that John Legend? Yeah, she might just be everything and beyond. Would it be something, gosh, I'm trying to remember the logic, the logic. Why did I say that? It's so weird. I'm trying to remember the lyrics, but logic. Okay, they think you're very logical. They like the way that you think or the way that you talk. They like um your mind beyond. Don't want to get ahead of myself. I cannot play the song. I will get I will get I will get copyrighted. Okay. Don't want to get ahead of myself, feeling things I've never felt. It's kind of hard for me to explain her personality and everything. Brings me to my knees. She shines me up like gold on my arm. I want to take it slow, but it's so hard. Oh my God. That is such a vibe for you guys. I want to take it slow, but it's so hard. I love to see her face in daylight. It's more than just our bodies at night, but she's really tempting me. Do you think I'm being foolish if I don't rush in? I'm scared to death that she might be it, that the love is real, that the shoe might fit. She might just be my everything and beyond, space and time in the afterlife. Will she have my kids? Will she be my wife? She might just be my everything and beyond. I want to bring her around to meet you. I think you'd like her kind demeanor. I know that Grandma would have loved her like she was her own. She makes me feel at home. Do you think I'm being foolish if I don't rush in? I'm scared to death that she might be it, that the love is real, that the shoe might fit. She might just be my everything and beyond. Okay, all right. Yes, so they are struck by Cupid's arrow like right away. They're taken with you. I also heard dazzled. Yes, we got the tower for you, and that's how they feel about you too. Like it's like lightning. You guys, um, you guys don't have love at first sight, but it's so close to being that. And again, I don't even believe in love at first sight, but you guys just fall for each other hard and fast. And in a way that's very surprising and shocking, unnerving, and even uncomfortable. Oh, okay. So they feel like they absolutely 100% have to make this work and make it happen. And they almost immediately feel like they're in it for the long haul. It's like they don't care how hard this is going to be. They're like, no, I got this. No, I don't care. I got this. And again, we have Aries, Gemini, Capricorn, Aquarius, Scorpio. Those are potential signs. Yeah, they think you're beautiful and confident. That's mirrored energy because you thought the same thing about them. You saw them as very beautiful, confident, competent. They see you the same, beautiful, confident, competent. Yes, whoever is the masculine here, he feels like she looks beautiful on his arm, or if you're both, whatever, take it as it resonates. They feel like you look good together. But it's more than that. They love your mind. They also see you as someone who is extremely resilient and extremely, I heard masterful, like you can handle anything. I don't know if you would agree with that, but that's how they see you. They see you as someone who's been through, I heard the worst that life can throw at you, and that you have always catalyzed situations and magnetized resources to yourself. You manage to flow through life, but they also see you as somebody who has had to manage a lot of things on your own. And they're so impressed by how you've done that, but they want to be there for you. This is wild. You guys connect with each other very deeply, like, very quickly. But it's also possible, looking at the cards they get versus the cards that you get, that they may actually be more into you um before you meet. They actually might be pursuing this more so because I think that they already think that you might be their everything, like before you go on this date or whatever this is. Whereas you think that they might just be a friend. Like you're feeling more platonic when you first, like when this, whatever, like say it's a date. I don't know if it's a date for all of you, but like let's just say that that's what it is. Like at the beginning of the date, you're like, oh, this might just be a friend. I don't know about this. And then by the end of the date, you're like ready to have their baby or something. Like it's like crazy how fast you fall for them. It's very funny. But they already feel more sure about you from the beginning than you do. They might also see you as somebody who's been really hurt in the past and is really guarded, and they feel like they have to like manifest this, like they have to make this happen, but they sure do. Yeah. Yeah, they're like, I got this. I got this handled. That's so funny. Um, they see that you two have like similar lifestyles where you have compatible values, but not just your values, also like the kind of lifestyle that you would like to live or the kind of way that you would like to live. That like they think this is somebody that we could really like have a household together and it would work out well. That's why they think that's one of the parts of why they think that you could be their everything because they see you as very compatible, not just in a spiritual and emotional way, but also in a material way. They're really trying to hold back. Try a little harder, please. They're really trying to pace themselves because they're very serious about you and they think that they probably want to marry you or they want to have a family with you. They really think that you might be the one. This is somebody who wants to have children, probably. And so that's something that they're thinking about. And so they're really trying to pace themselves and like, I heard be good, be good. I don't know. Yeah, this is something they've actually been planning for a while. But I don't know how long, but I think that you guys may have met, some of you may have met online. Yeah, I think they planned this date or whatever this meeting is. But when they're actually with you in your presence, like it really throws off their energy and they feel that it's more difficult to be balanced because of how tempted they feel. And so for some of them, they may slip. Mm, yeah, they may manifest whatever you want to. My suggestion is just to get really clear on what you actually want because I feel that you two are divided within your own self, not divided between the two of you, but within each of you, there is a divide between what you want and what you think you want. And so if you are fully in alignment with yourself and what you actually want and what your values really are, then you will be able to commit to that is what I am being told, and you'll be able to conduct yourself in a way that you will feel proud of. So, for some of you, you're just going to go for it, and that's fine. That's, what something that you feel comfortable with, but just, know what your personal boundaries are ahead of time. That's all. Okay. Um, okay. There's so much chemistry with this pile. Oh my gosh. Yeah, just be ready for that. Okay, how you see them. This is a fun file though. Okay, this is too much. You see a lot in them. You see them as someone, you see them as somebody who you feel really safe being yourself around this person, and more specifically, you feel like this person could be like a shoulder to lean on, and that it makes you feel very comfortable just being yourself. Like if you are a feminine, you feel like this person really puts you in your feminine. I don't know how to explain that. People say that. It's like, okay, and take it as it resonates. Not everybody, watching this is in the feminine, okay? But if you are in the feminine and you feel like sometimes when you hang out with people, you have to be more in your masculine because you have to kind of like take charge of a situation and whatever. But when you're with this person, you feel so comfortable and relaxed, like it really softens you. And now, actually, that doesn't have to be gendered because that could be for a man too. Like, if you feel like you always have to be managing every situation, you have to be like frequently like be in charge of situations. And with this person, it's just so much easier. Like, it isn't like that. Like, you can just go with the flow, but then see, that's the danger too, because if you two just go with the flow, you're gonna flow right into bed. So I'm just saying, like, maybe you need to manage this situation a little bit more than you think you do. Okay. You feel immediately that this is someone you can trust, which is part of the reason that yeah, you feel really safe around this person. You also feel like you finally met the right person at the right time. Like it's fine, like I heard is like finally happening for me. Like it's finally my turn. You're somebody who's been very guarded, but you feel like you can be vulnerable around this person. This person, it just feels like this person feels like a hug. That's what I'm being told. Like this person feels like a hug just to be near them, just to be around them. Like you feel so good and warm and safe. So sweet. Oh my gosh. And hmm, yeah, this person is actually being brought to you. You two are being brought together by your spirit guides. You two will have a beautiful date together or whatever you're doing, whatever's going on. It's beautiful. It's just like a wonderful time. It's like a day that you'll remember for the rest of your life. And I don't think that it's a holiday, but it feels like that. Like it's like confirmation. This might be a day that you'll celebrate for the rest of your life. Like you might always in the future celebrate this as sort of like your anniversary, even though it's not your anniversary. Like you'll always remember the day that you met. Yeah, but you might be afraid to, okay. You might be afraid to lose this. Okay. Hmm. You might be afraid to lose this, and for some of you, that might be why you just go for it, like all the way. But I don't think that you have to worry about that. Hmm. I don't know what it is, but there is something that makes you feel like you might lose this person. So they may have some sort of work commitment that's taking them somewhere else. You are afraid that you're gonna lose out on this. Yeah, it might make you feel kind of clingy. Oh my gosh, that might be why when you meet this person, you kind of like jump at it, or you kind of like, hmm. Yeah, and there's a ton of chemistry. Okay, your spirit guides are coming through to kind of try to like guide you through this situation, and they're asking you to be very present and make sure that you're really taking care of yourself and nurturing yourself. Regardless of what you decide to do, if you two do wind up just like going all the way or something, they don't want you to beat yourself up about it or feel really bad about it because the chemistry is off the charts and it might be a very difficult energy for you to handle. So they want you to be compassionate with yourself. However, the more that you can take care of yourself and be in a really healthy, healed energy, like going into this, it will help you to be able to take it a little bit slower, which is just going to feel better, probably overall in the long run. But either way, you're not going to ruin this connection. Okay, it's just like there's a way to go about this connection that might feel better, and there's a way to go about this connection that might feel worse, but it doesn't really matter in the long run. They want you to know that you can't screw this up because this is your person who's being brought towards you by your angels or spirit guides, however you look at that, or ancestors, whatever you call that, however you look at that. So even if you guys start this the quote unquote wrong way, it's still going to work out and it's going to be okay. But you can still think about like, how do you want to approach this? Okay, because I see that if you just go for it all the way the first time, some of you will feel bad about that afterwards. And so I just don't want you to feel bad about yourself. Yeah, it's fated. North Node, that's true. Yeah. North Node is your soulmate. You two were supposed to be together. Yeah. And so if you're being detoured to meet this person, and look at the lightning, it is totally like lightning meeting this person. One of the reasons that you might have been guided to this reading, if this resonates, and one of the reasons that you are being sort of warned about this situation is not because there's anything bad or that this is bad, but because it's going to be so surprising and unexpected, it's going to hit you like lightning because of the power and intensity of the soul level connection that it is. And so the more that you can think about it ahead of time and be prepared for it ahead of time, nothing's really going to prepare you for what this energy will actually feel like. But if you think about it ahead of time, it will help you to conduct yourself in a way that you will feel consciously, you'll feel good about. Yeah, okay. That's funny. And on the bottom of the deck, we have more lightning. Yeah, unexpected. Yeah, this person's gonna hit you like lightning and vice versa. But it's okay. Okay. And what will you think of this person? First impressions, what will you think about this person? I can't get over you. First impressions, pile 2 of their future spouse. I am still healing. Yes, I never met anyone like you before. Yeah, that's very true. Okay, and your future spouse, what are their first impressions of you? I want to see you so bad. I am frustrated with you. Okay, I don't think they're frustrated with you. I think that they are there's a lot of tension. They're frustrated. Mm, if you guys don't go all the way, they're going to feel very frustrated in a sense. Okay, in a sense. And that's not a bad thing. But they also might be very frustrated with themselves so it's like, it's tough. It's a tough energy. It's because you guys are so attracted to each other. That's why they're not sure what they're feeling. If you let me, I'll take care of you. Yes, that was coming through. Yeah, they want to help you. They want to be with you. Oh my gosh. Yeah, as I was saying that, I heard that. I heard that. They said, I want to be with you. I want to be with you. I also heard, let me be with you. I hope you're not with someone else. Okay, for both of you, that might be a reason why. If you guys decide to go, it's not even like it's a conscious decision. If you guys just go with the flow and you both go all the way the first time that you meet each other, it's because both of you have like this fear of missing out on something. You're afraid that you're not going to see them again, and they're afraid that you might I don't know, go be with someone else. I don't know why they would think that, but they're afraid that they would like miss out on it. You're both afraid that you would miss out on this. So both of you sort of have like a subconscious desire to lock it down. So if you could think about and if you could both confront within your own self your fear of lack, your fear of missing out, your fear of rejection, then you would be able to conduct yourself with more patience. But, you know, whatever you want to do. Let's see. Let's do the Woodland Warden's Oracle. Nourishment. Okay, this was I'm going to put this back because this is actually more advice that's coming out. The more that you can nourish your own heart and soul and heal yourself before you go into this connection, the more you will be able to handle this connection in a very healed way that you feel that you'll be proud of. They're actually saying heal, like they're saying heal now, nourish yourself now. And if you don't, if you two come together, perhaps literally, um sorry, um from a place of being unhealed, that's also okay. You will be fine. You will still be happy together and it will all work out, but you might not feel as proud of yourself, of like how you conducted yourself and how you handled the situation. So either way is fine, but they're letting you know you can start healing now and nourish yourself now so that when you're going into this connection, you're coming from a place of being healed and whole. Okay, so that you're not going in. You said thirsty? Oh my God, shut up. Okay. Thank you for that message. All right. But no judgment, whatever, you know. Okay. Now we're going to ask, how do they see you? First impressions, how do they see you? Strengths? Yeah, they really feel like you're someone who's been very strong and resilient. They're really impressed by your strength of character, your fortitude, your confidence. How does Pile Two's future spouse see them first impressions? They might see you as little, or if you're not physically little, they see you as cute. They think that you're very cute. Okay, this is even if you're a man, they see you as there's something adorable about you, okay? But for most of you, you're a feminine and they see you as little and cute, but they also see you as having a particular kind of intelligence, which manifests as being flexible, versatile, adaptable. Like you can just, I heard roll with the punches. They're concerned that they're concerned about they're concerned that you might be somebody who knows how to lie or who is not opposed to being deceitful sometimes. And they don't want you to be deceitful with them. They see you as someone who's very guarded, but also very protective of others, someone who's very intuitive. And they see you as someone who's done a lot of healing in their life, but who also needs a safe, soft place. I heard a soft place to fall. Why did it, is this interesting? Mostly they see you as soft, sweet, strong, intuitive, either healed or mostly healed, very versatile, very multi-talented, but why do they see you as potentially deceitful? What is that? No, tell me with a card, please. Thank you. Okay, some of you may have messages in pile one. This is Black Cat energy. They definitely think that you may hide your feelings or that you're ultra independent. I don't know that that's true though. I mean, you fall for them hard and fast. Like, I don't know. Both of you have a lot of fears going into this. Both of you really, really could benefit from doing a lot of healing so that you can come to each other with a healed heart. But even if you don't, it'll still work out because you two are very helpful to each other. So if you have not healed when you meet this person and vice versa, you will help each other heal. They're very curious about you, but they also see you as someone who's very curious. Oh, that's why. Okay. They're also afraid. They're concerned about whether they have concerns about whether they can trust you because they see you as somebody who could be very independent and curious. So they're concerned that you'll go off and find somebody else, that you'll get bored of them. Ouch. I don't think that that's true. Like, that's not true. Like, I'm not getting that, but that's their concern. And it actually might just be based on something else that they've experienced in the past. Like, they could be projecting. Like, you are someone who's very versatile and multi-talented, and you are somebody who's very curious. And in some ways, you might be independent, but also not. Because the way that you respond to this person and the way you're interacting with this person is not independent. I'm sorry. I'm just gonna call you out. It's not. Um, yeah, but they're worried that you're just gonna go, that you'll lose interest in them and that you'll just go find somebody else, or that might just be a first impression. Hopefully they will be disabused of that idea shortly, but that's how they feel like from like at the beginning. That's their first impression. They don't want to be like a passing novelty for you. That's why both of you have the feeling like you have to show how serious you are, like right away, and you don't need to do that. You need to calm down, is actually what you need to do, but it's fine anyway. Yeah, at the bottom of the deck, we have locked up. There's a desire to lock it down right away. That comes from both sides, really. This is you. You want to be together with them. Yeah, independent, my butt. You do not want to be independent. You want to be with them. You feel that you two could grow together. You also feel like this person, you feel like this person brings out the best in you and you like who you are when you're with this person. But how do you see them? What is your first impression of them? You see them as someone who's been hurt, but you see them as someone who's very balanced. One moment. All right. Sorry about that. We had an interruption. Hmm. Yeah, you like how balanced this person is. You are also impressed with how they've handled heartache in their life because you feel like they've handled their life in a very balanced way. You really, really want to spend time with this person. You want to have some time with this person. I heard all to myself. It's not that you want this person all to yourself, but you want to have some I heard sometime. Hmm. Yeah, it might be difficult for you to have dedicated time to each other, or or you're afraid that it will be. You you really admire how this person has handled challenges and setbacks and heartaches in their life, but you also want to make them feel better. You just have so much, this is wild. I almost wanted to say you have so much love for this person, but honestly, you just met them. They awaken something very deep and emotional in you, though. Like this person, it's like it just really speaks to your soul. And when you're with them, you have the strong sense that you are where you are meant to be. Okay. And pile two, your first, no, your future spouse's first impressions of you. They're watching you and listening to you. Hmm. And what are they thinking? Oh, they're thinking, yeah, oh, see, home, love. Yeah, they're thinking this is the one. Hmm. They're thinking that they want to have a home with you. They're thinking that you guys could really have a beautiful, comfortable home together. They feel like they could have love with you. Some of you may think or feel that you two are in love with each other from this first day, and I just do not agree. I'm sorry, because I just don't think that that's possible. But it is at least the beginning of that, okay? And you two feel, so for some of you, maybe this is not your first meeting, okay? So take it as it resonates. But this is the beginning of such a beautiful, soft love between the two of you, and they get that right away. Like they sense that right away. So right away from the first impression, they see that you're a very loving person, that you are a very nurturing and comfortable person, someone who feels like home, like you feel like home to them, that you're a very loving person. You're also very, very down to earth. But this is funny. They also want to make sure that you don't go anywhere. They also see you as someone who may have had a lot of obstacles or a lot of challenges. That's interesting because that's what you were noticing about them, that there's somebody who's had a lot of heartache, even betrayal potentially in your life. Sorry, I keep getting interrupted. Hmm. You both may feel that there are a lot of interruptions the first time that you meet or this time. I forgot what I'm saying. I'm sorry. Something about more and more interruptions. Hmm. Yeah, okay. This is double confirmation. They feel like they love you. They want to tell you I love you. They might say that to you the first time or whatever. This yeah, this may not be the first time. This might be the I don't know. For some of you, it may be the first time that you've met in person, but you have been talking to each other or communicating with each other, perhaps online. You two have really strong feelings for each other right away. Yeah, there's definitely a sense that they feel like they need to slow this down, but also secure this. become whole, first let yourself be broken. Yeah, they see you as somebody who you both see each other as somebody who's been through a lot. So you saw them as somebody who may have been, who was hurt in some way, possibly betrayed. And they see you as somebody who's had to put up, sorry, it's coming back to me now what I was saying, who's had to put up with a lot, and who's perhaps been stifled or stymied. Like you've had obstacles in life that have prevented you from being able to move forward with your goals and objectives the way that you would have wanted to. And they have a sense that they want to help you, and you have a sense that you want to help them and like make them feel loved. Like, mhm. Anything else, their first impressions of you? They also see you as somebody who's very has emotional intelligence, and they see you as very confident and competent, and we got both of those words before, and they see you as a leader. They see you as somebody, they see you as very independent, which is really interesting because you may be very independent in your life, but when you meet this person, you are not independent with this person. I'm sorry, you're just not. This person makes you feel every kind of gooey, like every single kind of gooey for this person. Yeah, sorry to call you out, but that's just the truth. But they're afraid that you're going to be too independent to make space for them, and that's just literally not the case. Yeah, you'll follow this person. That's funny because that's mirrored. This person wants to follow you. They would follow you, but you would follow them. I heard follow you to the ends of the earth. Okay, calm down. They also see you as somebody who's very playful, but they also want to make sure that you take them seriously and that okay, they don't see you as somebody who would like play with them on purpose or play with their heart on purpose, but they are concerned that you would just like move on to somebody else. That's why they want to make sure that you know how they really feel, and they feel like they want to like grab like this, like grab your hand, and I heard wait. But the thing is, like that might be how they perceive it, but actually that's like you would follow this person to the ends of the earth. That's crazy. You guys have really, really, really intense reaction to each other for having met each other the first time. So it may not be the first time. So take it as it resonates. But if it's the first time, yeah, yeah, well, okay. Yes, it's very, very, very passionate chemistry between the two of you. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. I'm not going to go into that anymore. Let's get some guidance from your angels, spirit guides, or ancestors, however you look at that. Okay, this is the divine guidance from your angels oracle deck. Focus on service. This is a message for you. It says, your soul desires only to joyfully serve and to swim in a constant stream of bliss. This stream continuously feeds you everything you need. Put your entire focus upon staying in this stream of giving and receiving in every situation and in all that you do. Cupid. Yes, you were struck by Cupid's arrow the moment you saw this person, or no, vice versa. Whatever, both of you were. This is so mutual. We send great waves of love into your heart and mind, awakening your love for life itself. Your clear decision to accept and enjoy romance has triggered this reawakening. Allow yourself to spontaneously celebrate love in all of its glorious aspects. Guys, that's absolutely beautiful. I'm so excited for you guys. Thank you so much for being here with me and co-creating this gorgeous reading today. And I'm really happy for you guys, okay? If you enjoyed this video, please like, hype, comment. I want to hear your story. I want to hear what you thought. Subscribe if you'd like to see more videos like this, and I'll see you in a future reading. Okay, bye. I don't edit my videos. We're just gonna get ready for pile 3. Mm, there it is. That was a lot of energy. Where's my saving water? Yeah, that was a lot of energy. Let's pile 2. Okay. Pile 3, welcome to your reading. If you chose the Blessings card and the Ocean Jasper Crystal Heart, this is your reading. Ocean Jasper is a beautiful, soothing crystal these are some of my favorites. Actually, Ocean Jasper, well, I have a lot of favorites. Ocean Jasper is another one of my favorite crystals. And Ocean Jasper, it's very soothing and relaxing. It helps people sleep. It helps you sleep more peacefully. It also is joyful and fun. It supports you on your journey to live a joyful and happy life. It teaches you to ride the waves of life and go with the flow by releasing stress and tension. Cultivating a sense of inner peace, acceptance, and love for oneself and others. Yeah. Okay. Pile 3. Let's see. What is your first impression of your future spouse? And then we're going to do vice versa, but let's start with what is your first impression of your future spouse? You see them as someone who's been through a lot in their life, and they have an emotional depth. But you also see them as very traditional. This person is a rule follower. You see them as someone who is very traditional, and people rely on them. They're also very successful. This person may have achieved kind of a high status in life in the sense of being some sort of leader that people look up to and rely on. But this person has alchemized a lot in their life. This person has overcome challenges successfully. Hmm. This person could be a Taurus, Cancer. Hmm. Sorry. Sagittarius. But you see this person. Oh, okay. For some of you, you see this person as somebody who's been on a sobriety journey and they are sober and they've been sober for a long time by the time you meet them, and they are a role model to others. But that's not for everybody. But either way, whether they are living a sober life or not, they are a role model in some capacity. So whatever it is, they've like overcome something, probably multiple things that they've overcome in their life, and now they help others and other people look up to them. That's how you see them? Yes, again, with the leader, this person is definitely a leader. This person might also have advanced education. So you see this person as somebody who is very educated and very wise, very knowledgeable. People definitely turn to this person for advice. In fact, this person could literally be a consultant or a professor. They have achieved the highest level of knowledge in their field. This person could be a doctor. You see this person as your perfect counterpart because you yourself feel that you are wise and intelligent and educated. You may not feel that you may feel that this person is more traditionally educated than you are. This person probably has a higher level of degrees or a higher level of some sort of official kind of knowledge than you do, but you see yourself as somebody who values education and is very knowledgeable and wise, and you see them as the same. So you feel that your values match and that you two would match in values and lifestyle and you see them as basically like your perfect person potentially, although you see each other as being very different from each other. Very different, but highly compatible, literally the most compatible. You also think this person is very attractive. This person is very conventionally attractive. Like this person is like they have a classic sort of beauty or attraction or um they're handsome. Um this person is handsome or attractive in a way that a lot of people would think this person was handsome or attractive. Like it's they might look like a model, or they're just very attractive, or at least that's how you see them. Yeah. Okay. You might also think of this person as being in good shape or fit. Yeah, or they look very healthy in some way. I heard robust. Robust. Okay. How do they see you? How does Pile Three's future spouse see them? Beautiful. Oh my gosh, they think that you're absolutely beautiful and attractive, glowing, radiant. Oh my goodness, 10 out of 10. You're like, they see you as the whole package. In fact, they're concerned if they might think that there's no way she's single. Flip the genders however it works for you, but they might think that it's too good to be true. Uh-huh. They also might think that this isn't for everybody, but they might think that you're wealthy or that you look like you have a lot of money or that you look um I don't know. There's something very upper class about how you look, and so they're concerned. Um, they might think that you're not for them. It's funny because you see them and you're like, oh yeah, no, this person is perfect for me, but they see you and think that you might be out of reach. They're extremely attracted to you, though. They find you to be extremely tempting. Yes, they also think, yeah, yeah, they might see you as being if you are a feminine who makes more money than this masculine does, and you've either achieved a very high level in your career, or you may come from a wealthy family and have a trust fund or something like that, they might feel intimidated by how much money you have. That isn't for everybody, but that's for somebody. They also might feel intimidated by your father specifically and by your family. That's their first impression of you. I'm just being honest. But they think that you're very beautiful and confident and attractive. They also, yeah, they probably see you as somebody who is very successful in your career. They feel like you don't need them. That would be their first impression. Their first impression of you is that you don't need someone like them, that you have everything that you need. They might also see you as someone who's hard to get to. You may be very protected. There are men around you who are not, who are like, it's like a father figure energy or something. Oh, sorry guys. I dropped my mic. Okay. I don't know if you can hear that or not. I hope not. You are surrounded by some kind of energy that's very protective of you. So you might have a father, a brother, or it doesn't have to be a family member. For some of you, it's your boss, but there's somebody around you who's like standing in the way, like they would have to go through somebody else to get to you, or that's their fear. That's so funny. How does pile three's future spouse see them? First impressions? Oh. They really want to be with you, but they think you might be in a relationship the first time they meet you. You actually might be. This isn't for everybody, but some of you, they might meet you when you're actually in a relationship with someone else, and that's actually who this person is. That's not for everybody, okay? So take it as it resonates. But for some of you, they see that you have a karmic partner when they first meet you. But But if that's the case, that person leaves or that situation changes, okay, that's only for people who where that's the case. We also have the signs here of Capricorn, Gemini, and Leo. This person feels like when they first meet you, that even though they feel a strong connection with you and they feel a strong, potentially romantic connection with you, they have to hold back. They have to mute themselves. They have to restrain themselves. This is their first impressions of you. Yeah, but they're extremely attracted to you. They're very, they have a strong physical desire for you. And they really, okay, yeah, for some of you, you either have a family and you're in a connection, you have a partner, you have a family the first time that they meet you, or if that's not the case, you have a very strong family. So if you're not with somebody when they meet you, then your family of origin, your your parents and your family of origin are very strong and intimidating. Whatever sort of family you are in is off-putting or intimidating to them, and they feel like they have to walk away from the situation even though they didn't want to. They feel, I heard my hands are tied. They feels like there's nothing they can do. They also, oh, this is interesting. They also might feel like you're in a bad situation. I didn't get that right away, but that's true. They might be concerned that somebody is controlling you. So whether it's a partner, a karmic partner, or whether it's your father, or even potentially your boss, take it as it resonates, but they feel that somebody is using you or manipulating you or controlling you or controlling your life. So this is interesting because they see you as very strong, confident, and capable. But they also feel like you might be in sort of a bad situation, but there's nothing they can do about it. Their hands are tied. Interesting. Okay, we're not going to dig into that too much because we're just getting their first impressions, and those are their first impressions. I mean, we're going to get other cards, but that's an interesting story. Okay, and then as I'm cleansing these cards, I see that the card on the bottom of the deck is Knight of Pentacles. So that's just to sort of give you a tiny bit of closure to this story, or me, as the case may be. This is a situation that will develop. I don't necessarily want to say slowly, but at least a little bit slowly. It will take time. when you meet your future spouse, this isn't like pile two. Pile two was like bam, like it was on. For pile three, when you meet your future spouse, things take time to develop, and it's because you're very entrenched in some other situation, whether that be that you have a partner, you may even have a partner that you have children with at the time that you meet your future spouse, or it may be that you come from a very powerful family that's very sort of you may have a very dominating and overbearing family, or there's some other situation. Okay. You might meet this person in the spring. So the first time that you meet this person, it plants a seed in your psyche. You're not really fully aware. You're really, really not aware. That's what I'm being told. You're really unaware of how important this person is going to become to you. So it really starts off as just a seed. I think that your first impressions of this person are minimal. You don't think about this person that much the first time that you meet them. Yeah. So for some of you, you've already met this person during a time when you were experiencing challenges or suffering in some other situation, and you weren't really very aware of this person. But take it as it resonates. For some of you, you've not met this person yet, but from the time that you meet this person to when it develops into a relationship, there's a gap. You will probably meet this person when you're going through some situation with some controlling person. Yeah. And you're dealing with something else. You can't move towards this person when you meet them, but also they can't move towards you. But also, I'm getting that it wouldn't even occur to you to move towards this person because you don't notice them in that way. Or if you do, you quickly put it out. So like some of you, yeah, you might. I think we did get that a little bit, but you quickly put it out of your mind because you're dealing with something else. And for some of you, it's work. So it's not necessarily your family, could be work. You also might think that you at first think that this person might be a little bit stuck up, and then you realize you're projecting. This person isn't stuck up, but you actually feel intimidated by this person. That's so funny because they feel intimidated by you. They might feel intimidated by the situation that you're in, or your background, or your family of origin, or something, or the people around you, but you feel intimidated by their either their education or the level that they've achieved in their career or education or something like that. That's what you feel intimidated by. And so you put up a facade around this person when you first meet them. Okay. Yeah, because when you first meet this person, you're in a process of healing from some other conflict and unharmonious situation. Yeah, I heard Dark Night of the Soul. Yeah, you're going through it when you first meet this person. And it's funny because I don't even see, they don't realize how much you're going through it. They see that you're surrounded by somebody or people, maybe it's multiple people, but you're surrounded by somebody controlling, but they don't see how much you're going through it because you really look like you have everything handled. You're very smart. That's what I'm getting. You're very smart. You could be a Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius, or Cancer. They don't, because you put up such a strong facade of having everything handled, they don't realize how much self-doubt you have. Okay, I'm also getting Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Yeah. You also put up a front of being more financially stable than you are. So, or not stable. It's um, when they first saw you, they might have thought that you either come from a wealthy background, like a wealthy family, or that you yourself might have money. I don't, that's not for everybody, but that's not quite true. Somehow, whatever they see, your situation is worse than they realize, but you do have it handled. It's just that you're struggling really hard. And it's interesting because they actually might think that you don't like them, but it's not. It's just that you're extremely focused on a situation. For instance, if it's your family, you would give off a facade of being united, like a united front with your family. You're very loyal. And so you're not going to show conflict that you have with your family. So if it's your father, you're not going to ever speak badly about your father or let anybody know that your father is controlling and really bothering you a lot and you're really annoyed with your father. Like you don't tell anyone that. Nobody knows that. And if your father is being like, this is just a potential illustration, if your father is being toxic, or trying to control you with money or something like that, like you don't show anybody that that's happening. If it's a partner, if you are in a bad situation, either in a marriage or a committed relationship or somebody that you have children with, okay, and you're in a bad situation, you're not showing it, you're hiding it. You are putting on a facade of being fine and having everything together so they wouldn't know how much you're struggling or how difficult your situation really is. Hmm. How do they, and we almost were like leading into that already, but how do they see you? How does pile three's future spouse see them? First impressions. They think you're absolutely beautiful and they see you as their perfect partner, except not available. They also think that you smell beautiful. Yeah, but they think that you're not, they either feel rejected by you, like specifically and directly, or they feel that you're not available to them. Yeah, but they feel like it was fated that you two met each other. This person might feel like you might meet at a party and they're extremely attracted to you from the beginning. They're especially attracted to your body, but you may be in another connection or there's third-party interference in some sense. There's some reason why you guys can't be together when you first meet. Excuse me, confirmation. Yeah, you may be a Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius, or they may be, we also have Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. But I think pretty much all of the signs have come out at this point in time. They see you as somebody who's very intelligent or articulate. They like the way that you think. They think you're witty. They like if you guys speak to each other, they think they like your conversation. They like how open you are. I heard open book. That's funny because you're not open. But they see you as somebody who's very open. They might see you as very open. Um, but they actually don't know that you're hiding a lot. They feel like, yeah, we've gotten this message before in past piles and in past readings. This person feels like meeting you reminds them of who they really are, who they are on a soul level, and they might experience an awakening after meeting you. Sorry, I'm having a lot of like tickle in my throat. I get that sometimes. I think that usually means somebody really wants to talk to you, but they're holding back. They have to make a decision. They're watching you. They start watching you. and then they have some sort of epiphany, they have some sort of like breakthrough. Yes, they have some sort of revelation. They realize a way that they can break through this situation. It might be through watching you. They realize that they really want you. They come to realize that you are their wish fulfillment, you're their dream come true. And that if they, this feels like a progression of energy. I feel like there's first impressions, and then I feel like we're moving past that. I think so. The confirmation, geez. Okay, I need more coffee. Hmm. They feel like if they don't act on this, they're going to regret it. But they also might just feel like they can't act, their hands are tied, and they regret that. They resent that. They don't like that. They don't like that they can't move towards you, and then they're just watching you after that. Oh gosh. Yeah, for some of you, it's because you're in another relationship when they meet you. That's not for everybody. Okay, that's enough of these. Excuse me, geez. Okay. Mm-mm. This one. Okay. How do you see your future spouse? Like, what's your first impressions of your future spouse? Pile three. Your first impressions of your future spouse? Oh. Dreams. Um, After you meet this person, this is after you meet them, but after you meet this person, you start dreaming about them. Okay, now if you are in another connection when you meet this person and you start dreaming about them, you might feel really weird, guilty, and conflicted about that and wonder why you're dreaming about this person. Only take that if it resonates. That's not for everybody. For some of you, you just realize that this person is like your dream person. Like this person is like the kind of person that you would have dreamed of meeting. But regardless of whether you're in another connection when you meet them or not, either way, you're in something. You're fully entrenched in some sort of situation and would require total upheaval for you to be with this person. For some of you, this person could be someone who you meet in a professional capacity, so it would affect your career if you were to pursue something with this person. So that's not for everybody either, okay? Just take the energies as they resonate. But in some way, if you were to move towards this person and choose to have a romance with them, um, it would turn your world upside down. That's what I heard. It would turn your world upside down. But this person, you're dreaming about them and they're like your dream person. So it really makes you pause. And for some of you, you don't notice that right away. For some of you, it's more like you go home and then you start to think about it. Like you don't like you might have a conversation with somebody or you might meet somebody and then not realize, like not really have confirmation, the opportunity to process what really happened or how you felt about it until you are going home and thinking about it later, or even you might even talk to somebody else about it later when you're trying to figure out what you were feeling or thinking. Yeah, you have a strong intuition about this person. And it's interesting because you might feel guilty, but it's not quite the right word, but you might feel weird in some way about having feelings for this person or thinking about this person in that way, but it doesn't feel wrong. It doesn't feel wrong. I heard they're wrong. That's so funny. Like everything else is wrong. Like this is the thing that's right. You have an intuition about that, but I feel like it takes you a while to process that. And then what is your pile three? What's your future spouse's first impression of you? But they think you're really shy, or they feel really shy when they're around you, but I think that they see that they think that you're very shy. They feel strongly attracted towards you and also feel like there's a lot of opportunity there. Like you two would be really good for each other. Like there's a lot of different things that you guys could do together. I heard the possibilities are endless. Yeah, they could really see having a house, home, building a life with you. They see you as, like, pretty much from the beginning, they see you as a potential long-term commitment. But for some of you, they see that you already have a strong and committed home, house situation. Take it as it resonates. Hmm. But they still feel like there's something there. They have hope. And then they might wonder why they have hope. Like they might think this situation is hopeless. Why do I feel like this could work out? But they also have really healthy boundaries around this situation because this is a situation that requires boundaries because for some reason you're not available when you meet this person. And so they have really good boundaries with you, but at the same time, they feel hopeful. Maybe you give them hope too. Wow, they might feel like a spark of renewed hope that they could have a new chapter in life, that there could be more for them. They might have felt not bored, but like they've achieved a certain amount of something. Like there's no further education. Like there's no there's nowhere else to go with their education or career. And maybe not bored, but like, okay, now what? And then when they meet you, they feel like, oh, there could be another adventure in life. Okay. Okay. Pile three, your first impression of your future spouse. Yes, you see that they have strong boundaries. You find them to be very respectful, and you really like that. That feels like a requirement for you. Like you require that. I feel your energy with a lot of dignity. Like you have a lot of self-respect and dignity, and you would never be in a situation where somebody's being inappropriate or having poor boundaries. Like, so you really appreciate that about them. You like that. You, on your part though, you secretly feel some degree of shame that you would even think about this person that way. Because there's something. Hmm. I feel that it's complicated. Whatever the situation of how you two met, there's something about it that's complicated and overwhelming, but you also might notice that this person is overwhelmed in your presence, which is interesting because there's somebody who is very confident and a leader, and they're generally like very masterful and like confident in their life, but when they're around you, you can tell that it's overwhelming. So you might think that's cute. You also notice that this person has a pure heart and that they're very supportive. Yeah, but they have strong boundaries. So, this is somebody who's not afraid to say no. This is somebody who likes to read and is well read. Yes, this person is very probably academic, or if not academic, just very knowledgeable and smart. They could be a writer, they're just like a really good communicator. So this person feels familiar to you. Even from the first time that you met them, you feel like you've known them before. This is somebody who has really, you notice right away, excuse me, that this person has really, really healthy social connections with other people. This person has really healthy relationships in their life. People rely on them. They have interdependence. They have very pro-social behaviors. They are emotionally intelligent. They're also good with the material things, though. So this person, you see them as, excuse me, you think they look good, they dress well, they're attractive, but they're also good with money, or you think that they look like they're good with money, or you think they look like they have money or something that's like a first impression. Or people may trust this person with material responsibilities. But your immediate reaction to this person, actually, that could go both ways. You two may avoid each other. So you notice them avoiding you and you avoid them. That's your first impression. You also notice that this person has baggage. So you feel like this is somebody who has baggage. Maybe they're divorced. Maybe they have something though. They've been through something. There's something in their past. And also you do relate to that. You resonate with that in some sense because you have some sort of emotional baggage also. Maybe you guys have some sort of similar trauma or some sort of similar experience that you both have experienced in the past. Mm, hmm. Yeah, you just don't you underestimate the importance of this person when you first meet them. You don't realize that they're going to be an integral part of your life. You don't realize that right away. Not until you've really had time to process how you feel about them, which in your case would probably take a little while. Let's get some advice for you guys, or let's see what you get from your angels, ancestors, and spirit guides. Thank you. Time to go. Okay, for those of you who are watching this, who you are in another connection, or you have some sort of karmic situation that you are in, if that resonates for you, then your message is, I have to be careful how I say this. Um, Never make life decisions based on a YouTube reading. We all know that, right? But if you already know that it's time to go, then this is a confirmation. So if there's a situation that you're in that you need to leave, then you need to deal with that. Okay? Not because I said so, not because this card popped out here, but because you already know that. So you need to clear space for your future spouse. That is the message that is being given to you right now. And not just for your future spouse, but for your life purpose. Are you on the wrong path? Have you allowed yourself to be manipulated or sidetracked? If that's the case, then it's time to get on the right path so that you can meet your future spouse. Okay, I'm going to read your messages real quick, okay? The sun sets and rises each day, and it's the same with avenues in your life. See the beauty within each sunset in your life, the endings, and know that the sun will also rise again tomorrow. Endings are merely the start of a new beginning, and we are with you through each phase and cycle. That is what your angels are saying. The purpose of your life is to serve in a way that brings great joy to yourself and others. Don't worry about finding your purpose. Instead, focus upon serving a purpose, and then your purpose will serve you. And finally, marriage is the union of two souls joined in love, mutual respect, and commitment, or it should be. Okay? Marriage is supposed to be the union of two souls joined in love, mutual respect, and commitment. It signifies a desire to deepen love over time. Your wedding day is a testament to your well-founded faith in love's power. Continually breathe life into that faith and love, dearest one. Okay, pile 3, that is your message. I hope that that was helpful to you or whatever you needed it to be. If you enjoyed this reading, please hype my video if you really liked it. That really helps me out a lot. And come back and watch another reading, okay? And we'll see you again in the future. Okay, thanks, guys. Bye.